This week, I'm going to see if I can read all of Emily Henry's books in 1 week. All of her books are about the same length, so I'm just picking the order based on the vibes. These books aren't interconnected or anything. And the first book I am going to be reading from her is Book Lovers, and this is one of her #1 New York Times bestsellers. I am actually rereading it. I have read 3 of her books, and I have not read Happy Place or Funny Story. And I just have to say, I think it's totally okay to reread a book, especially ones you love, and the 3 books that I will be rereading from her are ones I love so much, so I'm really excited to reread them. I haven't read them. It's been a while. And sometimes I have the mind of a goldfish.
You know what the happiest animal on earth is? Goldfish. Got a 10-second memory. Be a goldfish, Sam.
And I forget things, okay? So that's why we read books here, because 1, we love them, and 2, sometimes we just genuinely forget what happens in the book, and we want to relive that experience. That is what I'm going to be doing today when I'm reading Book Lovers. So yeah, I'm excited. I did already start it a little bit this morning, so I'm on page 30. So I think I'm in like chapter 2, so not super far, but I'm excited to keep reading. So let's get into it. So I made it to chapter 10, which is page 116. So probably around like 30% of Book Lovers complete, and you saw me just like giggling. Something about Emily Henry's banter, I can't help but have the giggles and like a reaction from it. It's so incredibly good. I'm obsessed with it. We're following Nora, and it's in her first POV. She is a literary agent who lives in New York, but her sister kind of whisks her away for a few weeks in this small town. And who does she bump into in this small town but one of her nemesi, who is an editor for, I think, the same company that she works for. But anyways, we are following her, and what I love about Emily Henry's characters is they all have something that they're dealing with and need to work through, and you get to watch them work through it throughout the book. I'm really enjoying reading this again so far. I love being back in this world, and just Emily Henry's writing is so poetic. I love also how she just like puts real things into her work. Like some of the things I highlighted, I think the first thing I highlighted was, that's the thing about women. There's no good way to be one. Wear your emotions on your sleeve and you're hysterical. Keep them tucked away where your boyfriend doesn't have to tend to them and you're a heartless bitch. The double standard for women in this world is the same in our world. Yeah, I just had to highlight that because ain't heard nothing more true. I'm obsessed with this. I'm gonna keep reading today. I have to go pick my mom and my aunt up from the airport. So we are going to stop at the mall because I have to pick up some other things. So we're also gonna stop at the Barnes & Noble at the mall. Some stores are known for putting out books early. I know it's 2 days early, so I feel like I'd have better luck tomorrow. But since I'm already driving by the mall, we're gonna stop at Barnes & Noble today. Oh, it's Sunday, by the way. I don't think I said that. So Sunday is the first day of this challenge, and we're gonna be driving to the mall to see if they have funny stories, because I would love to read that one next after this, but I want to finish this one today. So I went to the mall. Barnes & Noble did not have Funny Story. I could barely find the Emily Henry books. Also, every time I go to the mall now, I think of Just for the Summer, which I read in my What I Read on Vacation video. It was a new release by Abby Jimenez, and I literally went by Lovesac, and there was a scene of the characters in Lovesac, and I just grew up going to that mall, you know, so it still shocks me that people travel the world to go to this mall. I'm like, yeah, it has an amusement park and an aquarium in it, but don't all mall. Anyways, then I went to pick up my aunt and my mom from the airport, and I left you guys in the car. They were already like 20 minutes away when I found out, but luckily they were stopping for food, so I drove 40 minutes to where they were, like left right away, and met them where they were getting food to get you guys. And now this has given me an opportunity to go to another Barnes & Noble to see if they have Funny Story. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, and then we're gonna go home and read some more, so hopefully I can get a decent chunk of book lovers done today. Okay, I think that's everything I have to say. Alright guys, hello. So I'm just coming on to update my book lovers progress. I am on page 210, so I'm over halfway through, and I'm gonna keep reading tonight probably until I fall asleep. So I will probably get very close to the end, if not finish with this, but I probably won't start another book tonight. Also, the second Barnes & Noble I went to did not have Funny Story, and it comes out in 2 days. Do I want to go to Barnes & Noble's tomorrow? We'll see how I'm feeling after work. But I know I need to read a lot tomorrow night since I work all day tomorrow. I don't usually read during the day. Sometimes I will, like on my lunch and stuff, but yeah, I'm loving book lovers. You can tell there's something with the main character's like mom. That's like what she has to work through, and like how it affects her relationships and like how she views people, and it's really interesting. Also, did you guys see that? January Andrews, like, you know how there's the math verse? This is the Emily Henry verse. I see the January Andrews circus book. That's the book she was working on in Beach Read. Emily Henry verse. I'm probably not the first person to have discovered that, but I got so happy when I said that. I love mashups. Me and Marvel, the Avengers, we get along. Okay, anyways, this book is so good. I haven't said my rating for this book that I gave it before, since this is a reread, and I'm not gonna say it until I finish and give my updated rating. We're gonna see if it's the same, if it's different, but you guys will have to wait for my review to get my star rating for this book. Or you could follow me on Goodreads, I guess. That would give it away. But I am going to go. I hope you guys have a good night. I will talk to you at some point tomorrow. Maybe we'll go to Barnes, maybe we'll wait until Tuesday. We'll see you then. Bye. Right, hello you guys, happy Monday, the second day of my challenge to read all of Emily Henry's books this week, and I finished one book. So I got most of it done last night, and I think I had like 30-ish pages that I read this morning before work, and wow, I love this book so much. So I'm gonna tell you the rating now that I gave it before the first time I read it, and I gave it a 5 stars. I don't remember giving it a 5 stars, honestly, so when I saw that, I was kind of like, okay. I haven't thought about this book a lot, so I was kind of like, am I gonna give it a 5 stars again? I'm not really sure. But as I kept reading and reading, it came back to me why I gave this book 5 stars. So I'm just gonna say it off the bat. Yes, I'm giving this book 5 stars again. It is incredible. I am obsessed with it. I love it, love it, love it. Emily Henry's writing is so incredible. I mean, honestly, she is one of the best writers and authors I have ever read, and I am confident saying that. The way she describes things, the emotions she elicits from words on a page, and the characters she creates and the journey they go through is just so human and raw and real. It's hard not to relate to them and to feel the things that that they're going through and feeling. It's really, really incredible. I love her work so much, and this book did not disappoint at all the second time around. Oh, and also I can't forget her banter. Emily Henry's banter in this book, ooh, it was good. So like I said, we're following Nora, who is a literary agent in New York, and she kind of reminds me of Sandra Bullock's character in The Proposal and how people view her as kind of a shark. Funny, she's also a literary agent, I'm pretty sure, or an editor. Anyways, people view Nora as a shark and she's just constantly working, but she just has big goals and big dreams and big ambitions, and that is okay for a woman to have that. So most of the story does take place in this small town, but this book made me love New York because that was where Nora was born and raised, or I don't know if she was born there, but she lived there for most of her life and she really doesn't want to leave the city at all. I just fell in love with New York, even though like a very small part of the book happened there. And I'm just gonna say it now because we manifest things here, you guys. I might be moving to New York next year. If I get into schools that I apply to there, I will be, but I'm definitely moving somewhere. Just, we're hoping for New York. Anyways, so clearly I highlighted a bunch in this book. I mean, I threw out my other beliefs about ruining a book by annotating it clearly from this book. It had so many beautiful things, and I highlighted things the characters thought, but just Emily Henry's descriptions of things is so beautiful. I don't want to describe it as poetic and lyrical because it kind of is, but it's not over the top. It's that Goldilocks zone where it's just so good. I love it so much. So Funny Story comes out tomorrow, but I do not want to go to Barnes & Noble tonight, so we're just gonna wait for tomorrow, and that means we are going to be starting another Emily Henry book today, and that is actually People We Meet on Vacation. I'm so excited to start this book again. This is actually the first Emily Henry book I ever read, and this is what made me fall in love with her writing. It is so good. I related to the character so much the first time around because this is another one of my rereads, and I'm so excited to get back into these characters' heads and minds and just like experience this book again. So let's get into it. I can't. We got her, and I'm obsessed. Like, let me just take that receipt out. Do you see the pink? I am obsessed with it. This is my only Emily Henry hardback, and I'm kind of obsessed. I was a little sad that I wouldn't get the paperback because all my other ones are paperback, but speechless. So I'm hoping to start this tonight, but I do have to finish People We Meet on Vacation. And I got to like around page 200 last night, fell asleep, read a little bit this morning, and I already did pretty much everything I need to do today. Work is done, went to the gym, you saw, went to Barnes & Noble, picked her up. I do have to volunteer tonight at the library, but it won't be for too long, so I'm hoping I can finish this tonight and then I can start Funny Story. Again, annotating, threw my old belief out the window. I am just like marking this book up like crazy. I love it so much again the second time around. I'm getting at like chapter 25 I just read. Oh my god. It's gonna make me cry. It's so good, you guys. And of course, I am listening once again to the Tortured Poets Department. And because you asked, I'm gonna tell you my favorite songs. And, you know, if you feel inclined to do so, you may leave your favorite songs from Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department in the comments. Or if you don't like Taylor Swift, you can maybe leave that in the comments as well. I mean, it's just an opinion, even though it's wrong. Anyways, favorite songs. Fortnight, The Tortured Poets Department, the song. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. Down Bad, So Long London, But Daddy I Love Him. Literally the first 10 tracks. Florida, Guilty as Sin, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. That one, put a star by that one. That one's insane. I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. The Alchemy, I Hate It Here, The Prophecy, and The Bolter. So basically like a third to half of the album is my favorite and I cannot stop listening to it. The chokehold Taylor Swift has on society is unsurmountable. It is insane, but I'm okay with it. I'm living with it. I'm happy to live in her chokehold because she doesn't just deliver. This is the thing about Taylor Swift, and I'm gonna relate it back to Emily Henry too in just a second. We thought we were getting, what was it, a 16-track album, and she comes out here and releases a 31-track album that's a little over 2 hours long. She delivers and she over delivers and we love it. Go off, queen. Now we're gonna do the same thing about Emily Henry because not only is she delivering, but she's eating, she ate, she's digesting. Okay, that's a little too far, but she does all the same things in her books. She cannot miss. And I'm so excited to continue this challenge. This is the difference between my Magnolia Parks challenge and this challenge is that one I was getting down bad because I was, oh, like I'm not gonna be able to do it. But this one, I'm just having a good time because it's Emily Henry. I mean, how could you not have a good time reading these books? Like, how could you not have a good time listening to Lover by Taylor Swift or listening to Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? You just can't have a bad time with it, okay? So we're gonna keep reading this tonight. I probably won't come on and give my final review of this until tomorrow. And you guys, we're gonna be halfway through our challenge tomorrow. So I'm gonna stop talking so we can get reading. Oh my gosh. I love them so much. I'm not okay. These are fictional characters, you guys. I just think it's actually insane how I can just get worked up over someone's words on a piece of paper. This is why I love books so much. This is why I love reading, to experience this. I feel like it just broadens my mind by seeing how different characters act. And I'm like, that's not really how I act, but people out there in the world definitely had similar things happen that characters in books have had happen. I love them so much. Like the fact that a book can make me cry. Hello and welcome to day 4, Wednesday of this challenge. We're over halfway through and you guys, I'm feeling so good. I finished another book last night. Thank you, thank you. I'm feeling very confident that I'm gonna complete this challenge and read all of Emily Henry's books by Saturday at midnight. There is one tiny thing though that I am a little nervous for, and that is I don't think I will be able to read very much tomorrow, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But first, I am going to be giving my review of People We Meet on Vacation. I gave it a 5 stars, again, similar to Book Lovers, the first time I read it, and it got 5 stars again, you guys. It was so good. I just love Alex and Poppy, the 2 main characters, so freaking much. Oh, they love each other so much that they think they are not what the other person wants and needs because they're too different, but they love each other in such an all-consuming way. So they're basically like getting in their own way for the whole part of the book, but it's not annoying. Sometimes that can get annoying and I'm like, all right, come on, just like get out of your own way. But the way Emily Henry does it, it just like is not gonna annoy me. It's very good. Like the message I've received, it's not really about where you are in the world, but who you're with. Like, you can be anywhere in the world but who you're with, and that includes yourself. Who you're with as yourself, who you're with and like the people around you, that's what's the important thing. And yeah, this is just such a beautiful story. I love it so much. Again, gave it 5 stars the second time around. Emily Henry does not disappoint. Also, I'm 120 pages into Funny Story and I'm loving it so much. It's so funny. It's fake dating trope, which I wasn't really expecting, but I'm enjoying this one too, you guys. I'm not sure about a rating yet, but Emily Henry just cannot disappoint. Oh, what I love about this is it's in first POV. We're following Daphne and she is funny. Like, yes, there's the classic Emily Henry banter, but no, this main character is funny. I found myself just giggling from the things that the main character says. And let me see if there's one thing. And this isn't a spoiler. This like made me giggle. It's always nice to be reminded that your ex really was as big of an asshat as you remember him being. Oh, and she's kind of a savage too. It's a little self-deprecating. Take this, for example. For someone with the innate social charm of a mounted fish, parentheses, me. What? Also, I said this in a previous clip, but the thing with Emily Henry is the main character or characters are going to have to work through something in this book, and what the main character is working through is trust issues, loud and clear, trust issues and daddy issues. And honestly, I'm here for it. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time, and I'm gonna continue having a good time today when we keep reading it. So let's get reading, y'all. Let's get reading. Oh, also I forgot to say before, if you can see my sweatshirt, it says North Bear Shores, Michigan, and this is a hint for the next book I'm reading by Emily Henry. Also, isn't this so cute? I got it from, I'll link the Instagram shop below. It's a small business. So cute. This book just gives me very, very good vibes. I'm loving it. It's Emily Henry books in the spring. It's just, Sorry, should I leave my book later? I think I have Taylor Swift-itis because I genuinely cannot stop listening to the Tortured Poets Department. This is bad, you guys. I don't know why this album, I just like cannot stop listening to it. I have come to the conclusion, I already gave you my top 15 songs of the 31 track album, but I think my favorite song is Guilty as Sin. I don't know what it is. I think I like relate to it a little bit, and if you know what the lyrics say, yeah, I have problems, okay? Who doesn't? Anyways, it's bad. My Taylor Swift-itis is flaring up. The purpose of this conversation is to talk about Funny Story. I finished it last night, and I'm doing so well with my reading challenge, but I probably won't be reading anything today. I haven't started the next book I'm reading, and I have 2 more books to read in 2-ish days. I'll probably read a little bit before I fall asleep tonight, but that's the only reading we're doing today, you guys. I'm going to work concessions before my cousin's lacrosse game, and then go to my cousin's lacrosse game right now, so I really won't have time to read tonight, and it's like a 45-minute drive home from their place, and I'm leaving right from work. I was in the office all day. We had a big conference. I couldn't read it all, which was unfortunate, but that is okay. Finished Funny Story last night, which I'm very happy about. You guys, I don't know what I want to rate it. I think I need to sit on it for a few days, and I'm going to give a rating at the end of this video, I think. I seriously enjoyed it so much. I loved the setting. I loved the characters. I'm not sure how I feel about the trope. Again, like, Emily Henry just can do no wrong in my eyes, and I didn't hate it, which is good. Daphne got like dumped by her fiance the night of his bachelor party because he hooked up with his platonic girl best friend who was dating this guy Miles, and then Daphne moves in with Miles. We just go off from there. They start fake dating. It's interesting. I really like the main character, and Emily Henry kind of has this in like all her books. Daphne is like a child librarian, so obviously she loves reading, but there's just aspects of books in her books, and I am here for it. I love books. I love booktube. I love bookstagram. You're just gonna find that in there, but you're also gonna find character development, genuine trauma, usually from the characters' childhoods, and you're gonna see them work through that trauma. And that's what we did with honestly both main characters, and I loved it. It was really good. Again, still no idea about a rating though. We're just gonna have to sit on that, and you guys are gonna have to wait until the end of this video for the rating. I don't think I have anything else to say, so I'm gonna try and make my way through this traffic, and we'll honestly probably talk tomorrow. Peace. I'm gonna jam to Taylor Swift and probably inflame my Taylor Swift-itis a little more, but I'm cool with it. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. I'm living life to the fullest. Happy Friday, the second to last day of this challenge, and I'm feeling very good, even though I only read 3 pages last night when I got home. But that's okay, because we're going to be reading more today. I am done with work for the week. I have all night today. I'm so tired for some reason, and I'm gonna sit in my bed and read this tonight. And we have about 350 pages, and then tomorrow, Saturday, the last day of the challenge, and then I'm gonna read Happy Place tomorrow. Hopefully read that and complete it. I'm feeling really good, you guys. I am gonna be reading more tonight. This is a reread, and when I say this, you guys are gonna know the rating I gave it before. This is my favorite Emily Henry book. Let's keep this challenge rolling. I believe we can do it. Emily Henry's banter is so good. I love it so much. Alright, you guys, I'm obviously not at home. It is Saturday, day 7 of my challenge to read all of Emily Henry's books, which means it is the last day, and it is crunch time, you guys. I did not finish Beach Read yesterday. I have like half the book to go. My Kindle only says I have about 2 hours of reading to finish that one, so that's good. It's morning. I think I can finish it this morning, and then all this afternoon and tonight, I think it'll take me to finish Happy Place, which I did bring. So this will be the next one reading. Again, about halfway through this, so I'm not going to be talking much. I'm going to be reading. So let's get reading. Let's finish this challenge strong. I want to be able to do it. Finished Beach Read. I love it so much. It puts me in all the feels. This is still my favorite Emily Henry book. So you can guess what I'm gonna rate it. Again, 5 stars the first time I read it, but it's more like a 6-star read to me, honestly, kind of like how Crown of Midnight is. It just deserves that. It is one of my favorite books of all time. It's so amazing and incredible, and I can't say enough good things. Both of the main characters are writers, which I love, and our main character, January, is going through a very difficult time, and the other other main character, Gus, has like gone through really hard times in his life and has always kind of been more of not like a grump, but just trying to figure out like why do bad things happen in the world. And they collide together and meet for a second time in this little town of North Bear Shores, hence the sweatshirt I was wearing yesterday. And yeah, it's so beautiful. I love them. I love the side characters, Pete, Maggie, even Shady. What more could you want in a book than Beach Read? It is so book. It is that girl. And I wish I could sit in this feeling more. Oh, I can sit in this feeling because something we learned from this book is that it's okay to feel multiple things at the same time, towards the same person, towards the same thing. You can feel multiple things or have conflicting feelings, and that's okay. I have 11 hours. Oh my gosh, I have 11 hours and 11 minutes, 11:11. I think that's a good sign to finish Happy Place. It is 12:49. That's crazy. 11:11. Okay, I'm feeling good about this now. One more book, you guys. I think we can do it. I have not read Happy Place yet, so this is a new read for me. I loved doing the rereads for this video. Honestly, I love rereading my favorite books, and it was so fun, but I'm also excited to read this book for the first time. I've heard so many great things about it, and I'm excited to get into it. We have 11 hours to finish this book. I think I can do it. I don't think that's too much of an ask. It's about the same length as the other ones, so I'm gonna get reading so we can hopefully complete this challenge of finishing all of Emily Henry's books in 7 days. I did it. And oh my god, it was amazing. I'm gonna go to bed now and I'll give my final review probably tomorrow. Good night. I'll see you soon. I loved this so much. All right, hello you guys. I am back home and I'm here to give my final review of Happy Place. And I just have to say, I thoroughly love this book. For me to not put it down and read as many hours consecutively as I did is a testament to how much I love this book. So I did give it a 5 stars. I was considering Beach Read, like a 6 stars, kind of like I gave Beach Read on the reread, but honestly, Beach Read just like is still my top tier Emily Henry book. And so this is gonna get a 5 stars, following Harriet and Wynne, and we kind of enter into the story at a similar point to we did in People Who Meet on Vacation. So you're entering at a time in the relationship where things are strained and you follow them in a present timeline. You also kind of hop back to a previous timeline in certain chapters and watch them kind of fall in love and grow together, but things had changed and things are a little strained and you get to watch them work through that. What I loved about this book was the side characters and the friend dynamics. What Emily Henry does so well is developing all of her characters, and the side characters, I fell in love with all of them. I also fell in love with the setting and Harriet's Happy Place, which is the cottage in Maine that the whole friend group gets together at that every summer, and it was so fun to be in this world. I'm already wanting to reread it, and that's how I know also a book is 5 stars or even higher. I will say Wen wasn't anything, I don't know that I like didn't like him, but he wasn't like my standout Emily Henry guy. Maybe that's why this wasn't as good for me as beach read, because Gus is, oh my god, I love Gus so much. I did enjoy Wen and his character, just not as much. And I really loved Harriet. She is a neurosurgical resident, and she kind of has to grapple with some childhood things. You can always count on Emily Henry to throw in something the character has to deal with. Yes, the main thing in the relationship, but also something underlying that kind of makes the character who they are. As you're reading, you see them work through that throughout the book, and it just makes it seem more real and gives the character depth. So I also said that I would be giving my funny story rating, and I have had such a hard time rating this book. I don't know why. For me right now, it's kind of sitting at the 4.25, 4.5 range, and not that I didn't love it as much as the other ones. I feel like I was rushing because of this video and like not truly giving it the time it deserves, and I think I want to reread it probably in the next couple months and really truly give it the shot it deserves, because I did thoroughly enjoy it. We're gonna stick with like a 4.25 for now, but stay tuned. In the future I might do a reread and update that. Also, if you've read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts and opinions. I would love to have a chat with you in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.